Hi Pisces, it's Cherry, and I'm here with your monthly twin flame reading for the month of June. This is a series some of you might know that I did from May until December last year, and I started it up again in May of this year, 2022. Of course, if you're watching at any other time, you can just take this as a general message from Spirit for whatever reason, but in real time we're doing this for June for the sign of Pisces, and I'm using this little spread that I have in my booklet. And if you want to know more about how I use the spread, check out the very first video that I put out, which is a general collective message about the twin flame relationship or situationship in the month of June. And I recommend that one highly. It's really, really exciting. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. We have the Divine Masculine on this side, Divine Feminine on this side. We're using similar but different kind of impressionistic, artistic type decks. And then for the Divine Masculine, we have the Romance Angels Oracle, and for the feminines, the Romantic Fairy. So we're going to get just a general message first for starters. I'm going to say he or she, his and hers, just for simplicity's sake, but definitely male, female, masculine, feminine is not always the same thing. We know that. So just put yourself where you see yourself and take what resonates and, you know, choose a side that feels more like you. But this is meant for Pisces, and it can be for any placement in your chart. So definitely, and some of you I've instructed to pick a pile, pick kind of like a pick-a-pile, but you pick a reading if you're just called to it. So you might like to try that too. Let's see what your general message here is for Pisces Divine Masculine. Ooh, we have a heart-to-heart conversation. So this one came out too for, I think maybe it was Cancer? Maybe you're having a heart-to-heart with Cancer. Let's see it. Let me see if I have that somewhere, written somewhere. Heart-to-heart. Who is my heart-to-heart? Oh, it was Capricorn, your opposite. No, yeah, Capricorn. I see Pisces and Capricorns connecting a lot. All right, so that could be heart to heart with Capricorn. I don't know. If you feel like you connect with Capricorn, then that could be something, but it doesn't necessarily mean any that. So honestly discuss your feelings with each other. If you're not already doing it, maybe it's up to you to make the first move, but it definitely looks like something that's going to happen in the month of June for you. Some discussions, which is great. It could even be the talk, you know, the question, the proposal or something like that. All right, let's see now what the Divine Feminine's general messages, atmosphere surrounding the situation. What is the Divine Feminine's general energy here? Let's see which, there's 3 of these. Let's see which one stands out to me. The guided steps to great love seems perfect to me. Follow the path of ascension towards great love. So you are in a divine journey. It's a journey of self-love, and part of that journey is taking these steps. It's part of your ascension. It's part of your personal growth and your growth with your counterpart, and the growth and healing of the planet as well. Very nice. So now let's see. I'm going to turn this down just a little. Tilt is what I meant to say. Tilt it down. Let's see what your feelings, the Divine Masculine's feelings. So first we're tapping into feelings on both sides. Divine Masculine and the Divine. My tongue is like stuck. the divine masculine. What are they feeling towards the connection or their counterpart in the month of June? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. What are the divine masculine's feelings? All right, 5 of Stars, diversity, and maybe also Queen of Trees. So diversity has to do, at 5 of Stars is the 5 of Pentacles, and it's sometimes a little sad energy. The nurturer too is the Queen of Trees is a very good energy. Okay, so no, Stars is Wands. Stars is Wands, 5 of Wands, which is usually sort of a struggle. So we're going to get into this a little bit and try to work this out. In this deck, Angels is Swords. We have Hearts, which is Cups, and Trees, which is Pentacles, and Stars, which are Wands. I was about to say Swords. So diversity elucidates your dreams. Knowing what you don't want is the first step in discovering your truest desires. So there could be like an internal struggle here. And there is this desire to connect with the Queen of Trees. Maybe the divine masculine, or you, if I'm talking to you, maybe the divine masculine's counterpart is an earth sign. But if she's not, it's okay too. Like Queen of Trees represents the nurturing feminine, the epitome of feminine energy here. So this divine masculine is feeling this physical attraction, this physical longing, and wanting to create the manifestation of love. There's a strong, desire to connect, and there's a strong, like he senses her generosity, her sweetness, her goodness. Oh, all right, let's see now what the divine feminine is feeling in the month of June towards her counterpart, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. What is the divine feminine feeling? And this, let me do it one more time, the reverse, because I don't like it when it bends. What is the divine feminine feeling? There. Okay. And this connection, or toward her counterpart. She is feeling the 9 of Wands. She's feeling a little bit wounded, I think. She's feeling a little tired and sore, like she's come a long way and kind of knows there's still more to go. But the good news is you're almost there. Like the good news is the divine feminine is almost there. She's almost completed her journey. She's almost there. But it is this phase that makes it feel so exhausting in a way. She's looking towards her Knight of Swords, maybe to turn into the King of Swords, to take action, or the King to turn into the Knight to take action. There could also be some air energy in both charts of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So this kind of energy of like after taking a walk or something, a long walk, and you're sweaty and you're sitting there and you're drained. If you feel feels kind of good though, because you feel sort of accomplished, but at the same time you feel like hard. Or you know, in the 10 of Wands we have the labor, like that final push. And this is like the step before the labor. So I feel like this is labor, but it's also this pause. Like, let's just take, you know, childbirth, for example. You know, a woman goes in her contractions. It's like the pause in between contractions and just kind of, okay, taking a little break, you know, and just think about it. And there's a lot of mixed emotions, but one of the exciting feelings is knowing that it's going to be soon, that a baby's going to come, that the light is at the end of this tunnel. And so that's pretty exciting. So I feel like a little wounded, a little tired, but also excitement. All right, so let's see now what the Divine Masculine is thinking in the month of June towards his Divine Feminine, or the connection itself, just sometimes its own child. Let's see, what is the Divine Masculine thinking? Well, we have the culmination of hearts. Beautiful. Like this, he's thinking about how it would be if the two of them came together and created this harmony, this greater energy, this completion feeling. And in my favorite deck, well, the first deck that I ever used, but my favorite definition of the 10 of Hearts or the 10 of Cups is the all-encompassing contentment. This is like a culmination, and the resistance has melted away to reveal a clear path now. And there's this congratulations feeling. There's home and happiness and pleasure. And so that is what the Divine Masculine is thinking about. Possibly too his hopes and dreams too, I would say, which would be the next category. But first we're going to cover the Divine Feminine. What is she thinking in the month of June towards the Divine Masculine and their connection? And it's funny that I mentioned that the connection could be like a child, because maybe that is what they're thinking. But this is our baby, we're bringing it. And she's got all this birth energy over here. Let's see. What is she thinking? What is this? Ooh, 8 of Crystals. I like that. That's a strong energy of creation too. The 8 of Crystals is like mastery. It's kind of like a little collection of you know, precious things, the precious things that you've created. And it feels very cosmic too, like connecting with the planets, almost like connecting with the universe. Crystals in this deck represent pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles feels like ingenuity, even. Maybe even some education, learning, like really learning about what's going on in their world according to the twin flame connection. So she's thinking, what have I learned? What am I doing? How do I perfect this? How do I persevere? How do I keep going? It's like she's trying to think of the new possibilities. But I feel like she's such a crafts person, such a skilled person. Like she knows how to get to that next step, to keep on going, to manifest what she wants. She's sort of an evolutionary, you know. She's really making big strides here. All right, let's see now what the Divine Masculine's hopes might be towards the feminine in the month of June. I was just thinking, it's Mercury direct now. Mercury has now started moving direct again, and the process is going to be a little bit slow and painful, but now things are finally coming into order. Let's see what the Divine Masculine is thinking. Not thinking. What is his hopes and wishes, dreams, maybe some fears, maybe the knowing, you know, like doesn't have to hope for something, you just know something. Sometimes the knowing comes out in this spot. Okay, but that's too many cards. Let's just take this one. All right, the Ace of Angels, Wisdom. So the angels in this deck are swords. And so I think he's hoping for, you know, like an epiphany, this knowledge, this ability to know what to do, when to do it. And it makes me think of the Serenity Prayer too, like, God grant me the serenity, give me the wisdom to know the difference, you know, between when I need to just accept something or when I need to fight for something with courage. So there's this wisdom of knowing, you know, when it comes to timing, the Divine Masculine, a lot is on the Divine Masculine when it comes to action, right? Because they generally epitomize the Yang energy, the action energy, the masculine energy. And so, therefore, they have a little bit of that pressure. But look at all, I feel like there's this angelic force that, like, really protective. Look at these wings. It just feels so sweet. There could be a spirit baby here too that's guiding and protecting. I just felt baby energy more in this reading than I have in any of the other ones. All right, let's see now what the Divine Feminine's hopes and dreams, fears, and knowing could be. You know what? Maybe the Divine Masculine does have a knowing with that Ace of Angels. Maybe he has a lot of good angelic guidance and he feels a peace about things. Let's see what the Divine Feminine. All right, Divine Feminine has the Page of Swords. Wow, look at, and then the moon phases. So something is happening during the moon phases. And I feel like a sense of timing with her too, like the knowing when to do something. So God, give me, I know I hear God, but you know, universe, God, spirit, divine one, give me the courage to make my move or to receive and be able to wait for this divine timing. There's a kind of yeah, I feel like the feminine's role so strongly has to do with patience. And, you know, it's like, give me the patience. God, give me the strength. God, give me the patience. But it feels like something that definitely, and I just like, you know, how these orbs are just above her. Feels like too Mercury going direct again. Like this timing now is near at hand. Maybe that's her hopes too, that this timing finally is coming towards her. The divine timing is at hand at last. You know, and then I feel like hands energy, a lot of hands. And she's in receiving mode, so that's very good receiving mode. Okay, let's see now what the Divine Masculine's actions are going to be in the month of June towards the Divine Feminine. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. What are the Divine Masculine's actions going to be? I'm going to take this one that's poking out. Ooh, the Sun, vitality. That's some really good actions. That feels like a really positive attitude. It could be action too. It's about clarity. It feels a bit like movement, a bit of movement in the right direction. It's like the sun is rising and it's like source energy and radiating clarity. This is like an accomplishment coming through and a favorable omen. So like being really in tune with spirit messages and acting upon them. Seeing a clear vision, you know, and heading towards the sun, knowing which way to go. That's the feeling here. So there's no resistance anymore. And there's going to be a celebration coming in. Oh, good. All right. Let's see now what the Divine Feminine's action's going to be. She already looks like she's in receiver mode, but let's see what we got. She's got 9 of crystals. So the 9 of crystals is definitely, this kind of like looks like Julie Andrews to me. Except, you know, it's like as if she had long sleeves. Like from a distance you can't tell. It looks like maybe she has long sleeves, but no, it looks like her sleeves are cut off. But it just reminds me of that, the moment Julie Andrews is in Sound of Music spinning around saying, "The hills are alive, the hills are alive." And she's just spinning around. It's like, it's a joy, it's a bliss, it's a contentment. It's feeling optimistic. It's your dreams coming true. It's like, you know, and her hands are up again, like such beautiful receiving energy. She has a lot of power. It's almost like her, she's almost like Sorcerer's Apprentice, you know. She's like being able to manipulate the stars to her advantage here, kind of energy. Very cool though. So, but she's totally in receiver, open cup energy, vessel energy. Oh yeah. So if, you know, I feel like, so side note, for some of you could get pregnant, and having to do with the moon phases too, like fertility and timing too. I just feel like a lot of fertility over here for the feminines, for those who are interested. Either way though, there is a good energy of yin yang here, and the feminine really is truly in her yin energy receiving, and that things should be happening quickly for her because she has the right stance, basically. All right, let's see what your charts have to say. Okay, and let's zoom in a little bit. So we have, I'll scoot this down. All right, we have the candlestick, which represents date night. And we have the blue marble. All the marbles represent different planets, and the blue one represents Venus and love. We have the Mexican peso, which on the coin itself, it shows an eagle battling a snake, and I feel like that's kind of like conquering demons here. That sort of symbolic to me, representation of that to me. So we have namaste and inspire. We have fire energy, that just means passion to me. And then we have cool, and we have good. No, road. Ooh, a cool road. Could be some traveling going on here. And family. And we have peace. And we have the rooster. The rooster is just saying, like, get up early and start your day. Have a positive attitude. Don't sleep past your alarm clock. You can crow. Be proud. Yeah, I hear being proud. Yeah, like Peter Pan crowing. Oh gosh, now I have a new symbol. And yeah, and then we have the wrench, which means repairing things. The car is traveling. So yeah, the road and traveling. I feel like somebody could be driving to the other person, and when you get there, you will do beautiful things like fly up on in a hot air balloon, like this up and away energy. So 24601 is interesting. This represents the number belonged to Jean Valjean in the story Les Mis. And if you want, check out that. It's a really interesting story, but it has sort of a runner-chaser energy in it. So he was basically a prisoner for some kind of, you know, a silly reason. But the jailer wanted to chase him. Once he was set free, he was legally set free. He didn't even escape. He was let go because he served his term, and still there was this running, chasing feeling. So So there is this kind of, there could be this energy, or that is now ended, like the whole runner chaser energy of this connection has now finally stopped, and there's not going to be that from anyone anymore. Like the feminine is not going to run, she's going to receive, or the feminine's not going to chase, she's going to stay put and receive. The masculine's not going to run, he's going to ride, you know, he's going to take his journey. Or the masculine's not going to chase, he's not going to act desperate, he's going to take positive, steadfast, deliberate steps towards his feminine, because now he has a clarity. So that's what I think's going on here, you guys. I think that's a great message. The ending that runner chaser phase would be really nice. All right, so thumbs up if you like that. There's a little thumb down there, and if you push it, there's like this little confetti party. I would totally recommend it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I would really love to have you subscribe and be part of this Sparkles of Light community. Also, you could hit the join button and become a member and get a whole bunch of goodies from me. I have, you know, free readings, I have live events, there's just a lot of fun to be in that community as far as joining, and I appreciate all of you who have become members. Thank you so very much. You mean the world to me, and it's like having, you know, a bunch of sisters and brothers, you know, in my life that I didn't even expect to have. So it's a beautiful thing. Anyway, it's just funny that I'm at the Pisces and I'm just like rambling on and on. Not that Pisces are huge talkers, but I think next to Gemini, Pisces can be one of the more fun talker type of people. Maybe they're part of the communicators. So anyway, I'm going to stop now and I'm going to go on to the next reading. But you can follow me and join me. You know, choose some other the other parts of your zodiacs. You know, zodiacs in your chart, in your astrological chart. Go cross-watch your person's video. Treat it like a big pick a pile, pick a card, and just watch another video that you feel drawn to. All right, and I hope you like that. And I'm gonna go do my next one, Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.